So here we are, ready for our first live at-home social distancing yoga workout. This will be about 45 minutes. I decided to do something a little bit different. All my yoga classes aren't really always pure yoga. I like to bring in some strength training, also some reciprocal inhibition to build muscle, but also to help recover muscle. So today I decided we're going to add in some light weights. You can also use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pound weights. I would not go above that if you have them. But right now, the easy thing to do would be to grab 2 soup cans. Super simple. I know it's going to seem really light, but that's the point. So don't go heavy. You won't be able to make it. Your arms will fall off. So you can do 2 soup cans or whatever you have. This is a pumpkin can and a mandarin oranges can. So really, you just want to make sure they are the same weight. You could use 2 water bottles. I also have condiments. These have never been opened. They're the equal weight, and I'm going to use them for myself today. So we are going to start. We will start on our mat today, and I hope you guys can all hear me. We're flying by the seat of our pants on this, so bear with me. It'll get better and better as the days go by. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for holding up BodyLift Fitness. This has been a struggle, but it's real life, and we're all dealing with it, and everybody's dealing with the same thing, so we can't let ourselves get down. Instead, we can just all bind together and make it through this. So we'll be back in classes, but let's just start for a moment and clear our minds. Take an easy pose, which is wherever you can sit comfortably. You could sit on blocks or mats or blankets, whatever works for you. And just close your eyes for a moment, and then just locate your breath. So we're going to take a big inhale through the nose, and we're going to exhale it out. Big inhale through the nose, and exhale it out. Again, inhale through the nose, and exhale it out. I know we don't have a lot of time today, and there might be kids or work around us, so we're just going to start moving right away. We're going to roll our shoulders up and back 3 or 4 times, and then the other way. Good. Then we're going to bring our hands to heart center. We're going to take a big inhale, and we're going to twist to one side. Pause and breathe, finding some spinal mobility. And then inhale and find it the other way. And then center. And we're going to just take our arms forward and just walk them to the front a little bit. Dropping our head, maybe moving side to side. Feeling those hips for the first time today. And then we're going to lift. And your feet are either going to have one in front of the other, or maybe you're in that half lotus, and you're going to switch them. So I'm going to bring my other foot in front or on top and find that seated position again. You're going to inhale and twist one direction, looking over that back shoulder, taking a little breath. And then inhale and find the other side. And then back to center, and we find that forward fold, feeling the hips open again. Maybe a little movement. Nothing needs to be static today. And then we lift up. We're going to bring ourselves to our knees, finding tabletop position, starting to warm that spine even more. Big angry cat, tucking that tailbone and that chin, pressing through the earth. And then exhale and find your cow, lifting that tailbone and that chin. Again, round through, big angry cat. And then exhale and round through, finding cow. Good, find your neutral, and then push your butt towards your heels. Now start to curve through the spine again by tucking that chin, and then press yourself back up in that curved spot to find cat. Pause and breathe. Exhale, find neutral and lift to find your cow. Now again, we're gonna round back through finding that angry cat. This time, keeping your angry cat, pressing those hips back towards those heels in that rounded spine. Good, bring it back up. Neutral and lift. And you're gonna repeat this on your own a couple times. Rounding, pressing back, bringing it back to center, neutral, lift. Good, do that 3 or 4 more times. Your pace is different than mine, it's okay. We're just breathing through this and moving. Clearing our minds and feeling our bodies. Bring it to center, and I want you to walk your hands forward, keeping that tailbone high, finding puppy dog pose or melting heart. Remember, forehead or chin can be down on the floor. If you had a couple headaches from the stress the last day, I recommend bringing your forehead to the mat and just kind of rolling it left and right. Just bringing a little pressure to the temples and the forehead, using the floor and the mat. And then we lift and we find neutral. And we're going to bring ourselves to a standing position by going through down dog. So we're going to bring our tailbone up to the sky, pedal out those feet. It's our first down dog. Any movements you need here. Pedal out those heels, bend those elbows, bend those knees, and then kind of find your way into a strong down dog. Taking a big breath and exhaling it out. Walking yourself to the front of your mat or your floor, whatever you have today, and forward fold. Relax the head, relax the shoulders, and let yourself lengthen. Knees are slightly bent. Now I want you to take note of your feet and make sure that you're on the feet evenly. So all 4 corners of those feet are on the ground. And then I want you to act like a magnet is drawing those heels together, just gently. Helps to set the pelvis into place. It helps with sciatic pain. Here you're going to inhale, halfway lift, bring those hands to the shins or the floor, and exhale and forward fold. Bring your hands to heart center, lower your butt, and lift up strong. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your hands down, chin to chest. Inhale and lift. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. Gentle press to the sternum, taking 1 breath. Good, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands behind the back. Pinky edges are together, so you can squeeze those elbows together and lift the chest. Baby back bend. Lift back up, release, take a big inhale. Bring the hands together, and then draw the thumbs to the back wall and squeeze those elbows together. Inhale and lift it back up. Again, squeezing the elbows together, thumbs to the back wall. Inhale and lift. Now bring the hands to heart center. And then lift those hands so they're about eye level and squeeze the elbows together. Pressing at 10 to 20%. Holding and breathing. Now lift just an inch. Good, gently release back to heart center, breathing, and release those hands. Good. All right, we're gonna find our condiments and or soup cans. And I also want you to remember to drink water. I noticed that I did not drink enough yesterday. I was a little stressed out with everything. And I did not get my water in today, and I woke up with a headache. And the first thing I did, drink water, and I felt so much better. So just continue to drink your water wherever you're at. So grab your soup cans or condiments, and we're gonna start our little practice. Should be a little bit warm. Take your hands by your side, just grasp the the cans or condiments and take a breath. Roll the shoulders down behind the ears. Inhale and lift those hands forward, slight bend in the knees, and then I want you to sit back even further, reaching and breathing for chair pose, Uttanasana. Breathing here, feeling those quads get warm, those light weights start to get heavy, but we're just gonna breathe. Good, inhale high, bring those elbows to cactus, pause, turn the thumbs down, flat or goalpost, falling goalpost, lift them back up, inhale high, we find our chair again. Hands come forward, butt goes back, wiggle those toes and breathe. Inhale and lift, bring them to cactus, goalposts fall, they lift back up, we go a little faster, we exhale, inhale lift, exhale cactus, goalposts fall, inhale lift, up, bring it to chair, lower, inhale lift, goalposts, fall, lift, all the way, 2 more, lower to chair, lift, goalpost, lower, lift, reach, bring it to chair and hold here. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, let them float down. You should feel that in your shoulders already, so give them a little circular motion. Reset those feet. Take a moment, find mountain with my condiments. Roll the flat back, or the shoulders flat against the spine, pull the belly in. Take 2 breaths. We're active in the belly and those thighs. Inhale, lift those hands up. Exhale, you're gonna forward fold. You can set the condiments down or keep them in your hand as you place your right foot back, lowering the knee. And you're gonna inhale the arms up. Keeping those condiments in your hands, reaching. Actively pull the front heel to the back knee and the back knee to the front heel, setting those hips into place. We're going to exhale our right hand forward, our left hand back to find a spinal twist towards that left knee. Reach the hands across the room. Thumbs are up and strong. Now exhale and turn the palms up as much as possible. Holding those little weights and breathing. Turn the thumbs back up. And then inhale and bring it back to center. Bring the hands down, framing the foot, tuck your back toe, step forward, forward fold and breathe. Step your left foot back, lower the knee, inhale and lift, reaching towards the sky, roll the shoulders away from the ears. Drag the front heel to the back knee to the front heel. Active on the mat. Exhale the hands across the room, twisting towards that right knee. Thumbs are up, breathe. Good, turn those palms up. Inhale those hands high to the sky. Exhale, bring them down, framing the foot. Tuck the back toe. Bring it forward to the front of the mat, forward fold. Relax the shoulders as you forward fold. Move the neck a little bit. Then bring those hands and weights to heart center as you lower the butt and then press to standing through those legs. Hands to the sky, inhale. Exhale, bring it back to heart center. Exhale, find that chair. Hands stay in heart. Pressing those weights together and breathing. Here we're going to find some small twists to activate that core. Press the weights, exhale, and twist towards your left side. Glance down at your knees and make sure that your right knee is not pulling in front of that left. Lift the elbows, stay strong. Bring it to center, and we go to the other side. Make sure that left knee doesn't pull forward, elbows lift. Legs should be feeling this. Bring it back to center. Inhale and lift. Exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and place those weights on the floor. Bend the knees slightly. Step your feet back so you find down dog. Pedal it out. Find some movement. Inhale, the shoulders over the wrists. Breathe here, strong plank. Modification, the knees lower but the butt stays flat. Breathe and strengthen. Hold the belly up. Lower through chaturanga. Or all the way to the floor, untuck your toes. We're going to walk our forearms forward. Palms turn down. Elbows are towards the chest. Lift the chin. Pull the elbows away from the shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze to the butt for Sphinx. I do a Sphinx in almost every single class. We don't get enough of this motion because we're always on our cell phones and on computers. Let's try and get this in every day. Good, gently release. Bring the hands next to the chest. Tuck your toes. You can bring your knee in to help yourself up, or you can go directly through plank. Press up, and then all the way to down dog. Walk your feet to the front of the room. As you get there, find your weights. Moving on to a little bit of warrior movements. Inhale, halfway lifting those weights off the floor. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to heart center, butt lowers. Lift up strong, big inhale. Exhale to bring the hands back to heart center. Now we're going to inhale those hands. Open up our left foot to find warrior two. Back edge of your foot is to the back edge of the mat. Toes are forward, fingers are reaching across, but holding those weights, palms are down. Breathe. We might be in a pose, but we're not just sitting here. We're scanning the body, seeing what we can do to make it just a little bit better. Maybe it's deepening, but still lengthening through the spine. Maybe it's active, pulling that front heel towards the back arch and that back arch towards that front heel. Maybe it's pulling the belly a little bit closer to that spine. Maybe it's relaxing the jaw. Now turn your thumbs up and pause. Breathe. Let's turn our palms up and breathe. Here we're going to curl them in all the way to the shoulders. Don't drop the elbows and roll them back out. All the way into the shoulders. Roll them back out. All the way into the shoulders and bring them back out. Pause, don't come out of that leg. Good, here we're going to straighten that front leg. Arms should be getting a little tired. You're going to reach the front hand forward, kick that left hip back. Slowly lower the right hand to in front of that knee, and the left hand is going to raise to the sky. Little pulse here, working the core and that upper shoulder. finishing it out right here. Lift yourself back up, bending that front knee to warrior two. Palms are back down. 3. Turn that back heel in to find goddess. Toes are turned out, palms are still reaching out, but we're gonna rotate them up. Heart rate should start to be building. You're sinking a little bit deeper, but growing in that spine. We're gonna curl here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring them back out. Now bring them to the front. Thumbs up, breathe. Good, inhale, straighten those legs. Turn the toes forward. Bring them to heart center. We're gonna forward fold. So however you need to get down to the floor. The weights can go all the way to the floor. Relax the hands, relax the head. Nice breath. Bring your hands to the front foot, keeping those legs straight or just a very small bend in those knees. Feeling the hamstring on the right side. If you want to add a twist, you can locate the floor with your left hand or your foot and reach that right hand to the sky. Lower the hand. Rotate yourself to the front of the mat, lowering the left knee, finding your lizard pose. Hands can be inside those feet, or you could also find your weights and let yourself lengthen a little bit taller through that spine. Gentle breath. Letting yourself open. Good, walk the foot in just a little bit and bring the weight over the top if they weren't there, so that you're framing the foot. Tuck your back toe, press forward to find forward fold, find your weights in the hands, maybe a little deeper forward fold, drawing those back heels together just like in the beginning, like a magnet, bringing them slowly together. Inhale, a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come to heart center with those weights. Butt lowers, lift up nice and strong. Big inhale. Exhale, hands down, chin to chest. Inhale, lift. Bring those hands back to heart center. Take one breath. Reset for the other side. Inhale, lifting those hands up. Right foot's gonna go back, finding warrior two. Pinky edge is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Toes are forward, palms are down. Left knee is bent. Breathing. Turn the thumbs up, changing our muscle groups just a little bit at a time. Don't grip the floor with that front foot. Breathe. Turn the palms up. Here we find our curls for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, control. Last one, bringing it out, palms stay up. Front leg is working. Thumbs turn up and pause. Straighten the front leg. Take that right hip back, reach the left fingertips or weight forward. Bring the left hand down towards the inside of that knee. Right hand's going high, stacking the shoulders. We find a little pulse. Don't hold that breath. 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, lifting back up to find warrior 2. Palms are turned down. Doing awesome. Breathe. I know those arms are tired. Who knew that holding up condiment bars, or what are these called? Bottles? Or soup cans can be so heavy. Turn the heels in. Find goddess, turn the palms up. We breathe. 4 curls for 4, 3, 2, 1. Opening, squatting. We bring the hands forward and hold. Straighten those legs. Turn the toes in. Bring the hands to heart center. Forward fold. All the way to the floor. You can release those weights. Drop the head, look through those legs. Move the head around, move those shoulders. Walk your hands to the left foot, feeling that hamstring. Right hand can stay on the floor or find that foot as you twist the left hand to the sky. Spinal twist. Good. Release the twist. Start to rotate your toes forward so that you can bring yourself into the lizard. Remember, if you'd like those blocks to make the spine longer, which is more important than getting deeper, you can bring those forward and rest your hands on them. Good, bring your left hand over the top, walk your foot in to frame that foot, tuck your back toe. Bring yourself to the front of the mat by stepping forward, forward fold. Now I want you to place your weights about 4 inches in front of you. I'm sorry, yeah, maybe 6 inches, 6 to 8. So they're almost right underneath your head as you're in a half forward fold, okay? Forward fold all the way so the hands touch the floor, reach for the floor. Bring your hands to heart center, lower the butt, and lift up strong. Big inhale, no weights. Exhale, hands come back to heart center. Good. Now, we're going to find a little bend in the knees, quarter of the way. And then you're going to bring your hands to your hip flexors, and you're going to find a flat back. So we're squatting, pushing our hips back, level back as possible. And now we're going to bring our fingertips to those condiments and or soup cans. So you might need to squat just a bit lower to find it. Keep the flat back, gaze down, and then inhale with that left hand high, no weight. Exhale, lower it. Right hand high, no weight, and lower it. Keep that flat back, pull that belly in, left hand high, lower, right hand high, lower. Here you're going to go for both. You're going to inhale and lift those hands straight ahead. Sit back a little bit deeper and breathe. If you want to try for a little bit more, pull those arms to cactus and then bring them back forward. Exhale and lower the fingertips back down. Release the chest over those knees. Drop the head. Straighten the hips and the knees a little bit, just kind of working out any kinks. Now I want you to bring your feet wide as the mat. Turn those toes off the mat and start to sink your way down. Now your Malasana squat may not look like mine. Maybe it looks even deeper. You can start with just being into where your hips go, flat back, Fingertips on the ground, or maybe even on those weights, you hold and breathe. If you have a little bit more mobility in those ankles and those hips, you can start to bring yourself down, sitting your butt towards the floor, and then bring your hands to heart center. Breathing. Bigger breaths. Calming that heart. Calming the mind. Place the hands back down. Turn the heels back wherever you're at. Forward fold in that wider position. Then place the hands down on the mat like you'd be going into a plank. So if you need to bend your knees to get there, do that. Step your left foot back, and then your right back, finding strong plank. Press all the way back, finding down dog. And then we're going to find dolphin. You can either just lower to your forearms, press through. If it's hard to get there, lower to your knees, and then find your forearms, clasp your hands or turn them down, tuck your toes, and then start to press those hips high to the sky. Just like a down dog. Make sure your head is off the full floor, the forearms are pressing, and you're breathing. If you're feeling okay, go ahead and walk those toes a little bit closer to really engage those abs. If this feels okay, you can lift your right leg high or stay centered. Lower the foot if you lifted. Find your left and lift. And gently lower. And then lower the knees wherever you're at. Sit back on those heels, bring those thighs together. Find hero's pose. Tall spine, shoulders rolled away from the ears. Take a breath. This is also a great place to get a drink if you need it. We're going to start some mat work. And I noticed the sun just started shining through. It's going to be a good day. So we're going to bring ourselves to our bums. And we're going to find our cans or whatever we have and just take them next to us so they're handy when we need them. Remove the flesh from underneath those sit bones. Feet are forward, toes are towards the sky. Sit tall. Bring your hands to heart center. We just want to sit in a staff pose and notice it. Is it uncomfortable? Is it hard to keep those toes to the sky? Is it hard to sit straight? If it's really hard to keep those legs straight, go ahead and bend them slightly. It'll release some of that curve in the spine and the pressure. I'd rather you be safe. Good. Here you're going to bring your hands either to your cans or whatever you have, and they're going to be about 1 inch or 2 in front of your hip bones so that they're not too far back and you can lean. Instead, I want them to stay right to the side, barely touching these. You're going to inhale and lift that left foot off the floor. And then you're going to lower, and you're going to inhale and lift your right foot off the floor. Try not to curve, and that's fine. And lower, left, and lower, and right, and lower. Good. Now bring your hands to heart center, or keep them there. We're going to do it again. Left, and lower, and right, and lower, and left, and lower, and right, and lower. Good. Inhale, forward fold, finding those shins or those toes or whatever you find right here. Taking a breath or two, moving anything you need to move. This is your mat, your practice. Do what you need, okay? We bring the soles of the feet together, open up those knees, find Baddha Konasana, lifting through the chest. Good old butterfly. Breathing. Releasing a little stress through those hips. Bring the heels forward. We're going to act like your can is between those knees. That's about the space you want, but instead we're going to pick these up. We're going to bring our heels into the mat, and then we're going to act like we're dragging them towards our butt gently, 10%. And then we're going to inhale and lift our weights to the sky, elbows forward, bring them back down. Inhale and lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. We're going to do 6 more. You can stay. You can lift one foot while doing it and alternate, or you can hold both up in boat pose and do both. Inhale and lift, hands, lower, hands, lower, hands, lower, hands, lower, lift. You got it. One more. Lift, lower, but hold right here. You want to lift those arms all the way up and hold. You can do it. Find 3 breaths. Good. Gently lower those heels. Bring those hands down. Release the weights. Roll yourself all the way down to the floor, but don't beat me. Okay, we're going to slowly lower down. Tucking the tailbone, taking a breath. Resetting and lowering a little more. We're not there yet. We're still lowering. All the way to the floor. Now, reach those fingertips behind you, point those toes, wiggle them out. Take a big inhale, feel that rib cage expand. And then exhale, pull the knees in towards the bum, or the heels in towards the bum. Knees are going straight up to the sky. Heels are in alignment with those hips. Bring the hands down toward the floor, beside the thighs, palms turned down. Inhale and lift those hips high off the floor. Lift, lift, lift. Good, gently lower those hips. Bring those knees into the chest, grabbing around those shins and bring your forehead to those knees. Maybe rock a little bit, left and right. Release the shoulders, release the feet. Bring your hands to a T, cross your left foot over your right thigh. Grab behind the right thigh, finding reverse pigeon. Flex both feet. Maybe you can grab around that shin as long as those shoulders can stay on the floor. Gently release. We find it on the other side, crossing the other foot over that thigh. Finding behind the left thigh, flexing both feet. If you feel open enough, grab for that shin. Find some breath. Just find a moment. Gently release. Bring the soles of the feet together. Lift them up, reaching for those feet. Open up those knees. Supine bound angle. Good, gently release those feet. Bring the hands back to a T. Now if you have your weights or calendar or anything in the way, move to the side so that you can bring your shins parallel to the ceiling, and then we let our knees fall to the right side for our final spinal twist today. Maybe gaze over those left fingers as those knees go right. This is a passive twist. We're not trying to hold those knees up and work the abs. Instead, we're just finding a little length in that back and a little mobility. Bring it to center. And then we just go on to the other side, looking over those other fingertips and breathing. You're doing wonderful. We're already almost at the end of our practice. It went so fast. Bring it back to center. And then slowly lower your feet. Maybe extend your heels out to find our Savasana or our corpse pose. In my classes at the studio, if you do not feel comfortable laying on the floor in total corpse pose, you can bend your knees, you can stay seated. It's just a couple moments for meditation and breath. So wherever you're at, let's just find those eyes to close. I'm going to roll myself up so I can talk a little bit better. Find an easy pose and bring our palms up wherever you're at today. We're going to bring a gesture of openness to the world, to our community, since we can't find each other for real. This is our way to just connect for a moment. We're going to take 5 breaths together. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale it out through the back of the throat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Bigger breath. Inhale. Fill the belly and the lungs. Exhale. 2 more, but they're on your own. Maybe they're a little slower. Maybe they're a little faster than my breath. Whatever you need. Coming to the end of our practice, I want you to wiggle those toes, move that head left and right, and start to find your way up to a seated position if you're not there. We're going to find that tall spine. We're going to find our confidence again for our day. We're going to bring our palms up on top of our knees. And we want to just take this time for ourselves, if you can, every day, to get rid of some of that clutter in our mind, that chaos that's constantly chattering. Take a moment for movement in yourself. It'll make you a better person, make you feel better. Your body and heart and head will feel better. Take your final breath. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a big inhale, reaching up to the sky. Be kind.